News. The work week is starting out windy, already seeing gusts 30 to 40 miles per hour, so batten down the hatches. Those gusts over 40 miles per hour later today. I'll let you know when the winds subside, coming up with Futurecast in just a little bit.
Milford schools move to reopen after days of security concerns. We have the message being made by school officials.
Budget talk in Bethany Beach, the latest in the attempt to finalize it, and what department could have the largest increase in expenses.
Fines for Doobie in Dewey, penalty that could go into effect for having marijuana in the coastal town.
This is CoastTV News Today.
It is Monday, March 11th, 2024. Good morning, I'm Matt Pensick.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Paige Marley. Thanks for being up with us during our 5 o'clock hour.
Yeah, we're coming off a very nice sunny Sunday, and we're looking at more sun today, but
don't get out your tank top, your shorts, the wind.
Oh, okay.
It is
I had
bad.
that ready to go. I'm glad we talked.
It was packed up on your desk. You were ready for after work. No, I would leave that. I mean, even just coming in this morning, it was like bitter wind.
Yeah. I don't know if we want to call it a wind chill, but it was a chill there.
It smacks you in the face.
It did.
So get ready for that.
Good analogy there.
Thank you. Yeah, let's bring in Bob then. First alert meteorologist Bob Chahi. Bob, the sun at least may be clearing up some of that flooding. That's a silver lining, right?
Yes, the silver lining, guys, is it's drying out, and we will see the sun today, but you need the extra hairspray because it is super windy out there. It's been windy since Sunday. We're still seeing gusts over 30 miles per hour in Millsboro and close to 40 in Salisbury, and everybody else pretty much gusts over 20 miles per hour. And it's chilly out the door. Temperatures in the upper 30s to 40 in Salisbury, 39 in Millsboro, Milton 38, so then you factor in the wind and temperatures, and it's feeling like lower 30s, even upper 20s in some places along the coast. So bundle up this morning. Make sure those outdoor items are secure because it is windy. And we are looking at mostly clear to partly cloudy skies. The reason for the wind is we have low pressure off to the north and east and high pressure to the south and west. So it's a pressure gradient in between that's squeezing the wind in. And those winds continue today, warming through the 30s. You can see the yellow and orange and red arrows indicating the very strong wind to this afternoon. Mid 40s around noon. And I think we do poke into the low 50s later today, and those winds do start to subside tonight, and even more so into tomorrow, and a pretty big warm-up on the way as well. Finally, and drying out. I'll have much more in your forecast coming up in just a bit.
Thank you so much. This morning, Milford School District officials are preparing for the resumption of classes following that credible threat last week that forced a lockdown Thursday and a cancellation on Friday. In a statement made over the weekend, Superintendent Dr. Bridget Amory said, in part, quote, "We'll maintain a heightened awareness at all campuses with increased security measures and increased police presence," end quote. The district says there is still an ongoing police investigation and they are doing everything to keep all the students and staff safe.
And we're going to walk you through how we got here. It started Thursday afternoon when police received what they called a credible threat to the school district. The school buildings went into lockdown. Elementary school students were soon allowed to go home when the situation was deemed safe at those buildings, while older students had to remain due to safety concerns. On Friday, Milford police issued a warrant for 59-year-old Thomas Caffrey in connection for harassment charges. No update on that status. Happening this morning in Bethany Beach, in fact, in about 5 hours from now, people living there can give their opinion of the budget for the 2025 fiscal year. A public hearing is set for 10 in the town hall. The draft budget is coming in just over $24.6 million, with the largest increase coming in public safety. That is over $644,000 more than the actual 2024 expense. And tomorrow, the Budget Committee will review the feedback they've received and take a vote on whether or not to send that budget to the town council.
The Lewis Environmental Subcommittee will be reviewing an ordinance that would add protections for its wetlands. This comes after a proposal from the Delaware Center for the Inland Bays. According to the proposal, the center suggests adding tidal and non-tidal wetlands to its ordinance for clarification. It also suggests having different buffer widths for tidal and non-tidal wetlands. And another proposed action clarifies the type of plants that can be planted.
Also in Lewis, the city is making some changes to its policy about how much buildings and other structures can actually take up space on a piece of property. Mayor Andrew Williams and City Council are looking at making sure there is enough open space. This is expected to be reviewed during tonight's City Council meeting.
The environmental group Sussex Preservation Coalition is holding a free public meeting coming up Tuesday. The group is dedicated to protecting the environment and open space. The meeting focuses on DelDOT's lessons from the 5 points and coastal corridor studies and the plans for the Route 9 improvements. This meeting is from 7 to 8:30 p.m. at the Lewis Library.
U.S. Wind Incorporated make another run at putting wind turbines off our coast with a sales pitch effort this week. Delaware State Parks will hold a meeting about how the turbines' transmission lines could come to 3 R's Beach in Delaware Seashore State Park and affect recreational activities. Now, according to DENREC, the project includes up to 121 turbines. It was last December, Delaware Governor John Carney began formal negotiations with U.S. Wind to lease state park land so offshore energy can get to a regional power grid. This informational event is set for 4 to 7 p.m. on Tuesday at Bethany Beach Town Hall.
The Dewey Beach Town Council introduced a new ordinance aimed at updating its marijuana laws. According to the proposal, possession and use of small amounts of weed less than 1 ounce will result in a $200 fine. The town says this would align with Delaware state laws. Town officials will discuss this ordinance coming up on Friday. Well, last night's stars took the stage at the 96 Academy Awards. Oppenheimer's big blast in theaters seemed to have paid off as it was almost a clean sweep for the film. The film took home Best Picture, beating out The Holdover, American Fiction, Poor Things, and other really fantastic films. The movie's main man, Cillian Murphy, is celebrating after winning Best Actor, next to Emma Stone with Best Actress. And its director, Christopher Nolan, also celebrating after being awarded Best Director. And Robert Downey Jr. won Best Supporting Actor, next to Divine Joy Randolph with Best Supporting Actress.
Race for the White House ramping up with President Biden attempting to follow up from last week's State of the Union address.
For sure. Over the weekend, the president and his rival, former President Trump, held dueling campaign events in Georgia. NBC's Bree Jackson shows us where those two campaigns stand ahead of the state's primary tomorrow.
The rematch of the 2020 election ramping up in 2024. Both President Biden and former President Trump making their case to voters.
But we all know Donald Trump sees a different America. An American story of resentment, revenge, and retribution. That's not me, that's not you.
For the good of our nation, it is time for Crooked Joe Biden and myself to debate. We have to debate. It's for the good of our nation.
The two held dueling events in Georgia over the weekend where they hammered each other on a key issue, immigration.
Instead of celebrating the contributions of immigrants to our country, to our economy and our communities, Donald Trump calls them vermin, poison.
I will end the agony of our people, the plunder of our cities, the sacking of our towns, the violation of our citizens, and the conquest of our country. They're conquering our country.
Former President Trump also addressing the legal woes plaguing his campaign. Just last week, he secured a bond in the defamation case brought by writer E. Jean Carroll.
I just posted a $91 million bond, $91 million, on a fake story, totally made up story.
President Biden tackling one of voters' top concerns about his reelection bid, his age.
I know the vast majority of the world leaders because I've been around a day or two. I know I don't look it.
Look, I'm not a young guy. That's no secret.
The Biden campaign releasing this new ad, poking fun at his age while taking political jabs at his opponent. In Washington, Bree Jackson, NBC News.
Push this week. He traveled to New Hampshire, Wisconsin, and Michigan. This as he heads back to the White House this morning.
All right, well, we are just getting started this morning, Matt.
Yeah, coming up, Paige, flooding in Salisbury. It's leading to loads of frustration, and we'll show you how the water doesn't seem to be winding down in that area.
Also ahead, a new look for Lored Center. We're telling you what it says sparked the change.
And as a new Stanley Cup trend on the rise, we'll show you how people are lining up for a new tote at Trader Joe's. All that and more as CoastTV News Today continues.
Today at 4 on Coast Life. Shield your vision and style with the essential guide to sunglasses and UV protection. Then stay ahead of the curve with the newest fashion trends for both men and women. Start off the week with Coast Life today at 4 on Coast TV. Spring is here, signaling the perfect time to rejuvenate your lawn. Trust the knowledgeable staff at Johnson Seed and Feed to prepare your yard this season. Our lawn checklist, high-quality seasonal fertilizers, and premium grass seeds ensure a beautiful and healthy lawn throughout the summer. Don't miss out on our Dunbar, where you can craft your own spring arrangement. Choose your decorative pot to add vibrant flowers or lush green plants to elevate your outdoor space. Be the envy of your neighborhood and enjoy your lawn with Johnson's Seed and Feed.
Get ready for the ultimate outdoor experience. Join us for the DSN Outdoors Expo on Friday, April 19th from 4 to 8 and Saturday, April 20th from 10 to 4. Showcase your products or services to thousands of potential customers at the Delaware State Fairgrounds in Harrington. Increase your brand awareness and reach a large audience at the DSN Outdoors Expo. To apply as a vendor and for more information, visit WBOCEvents.com.
Take the DSN app with you wherever you go and never miss a game from your favorite local team. Whether you're on the road, stuck at the office, or out with friends and family, the DSN app notifies you when your team is on live, so you can watch the game as it happens or watch videos on demand. Keep up with local sports all from one app. From your mobile device to Fire Stick, Roku, and Apple TV, download the DSN app today. Driven by Preston Automotive Group. From the court to your living room, catch the dribbles and the buzzer beaters. High school basketball lives here on Delmarva Sports Network. Local teams, big dreams.
It is 5:11 on this windy Monday morning. Bay Health Cam in Dover was shaking a little earlier. Gusty west-northwest winds, 40 degrees there. And look at the wind gusts, over 30 miles per hour in Salisbury, Millsboro, and other places as well. So a very, very windy morning and a windy day on the way. Temperatures in the upper 30s to right around 40 in Salisbury. So feels like temperatures, feels like freezing. Lower 30s, even some upper 20s along the coast as we are looking at dry conditions. So that's a silver lining. We do start to dry things out, but make sure the kids are bundled up and that they don't blow away this morning. Off to school, 38 degrees, very windy, and still windy this afternoon. Gusts over 40, 50 degrees heading home for the kiddos.
For lane closures across Sussex County this week in Selbyville along Route 113. This is between Clendaniel Avenue and Gumboro Road starting today. And then over in Georgetown, Shortley Road between Kings Road and East Piney Grove Road. That'll be closed from Tuesday to March 19th. That will be for pipe replacement. Also, there's a road closure coming to Millsboro. DelDOT says Patriots Way between Fox Run Road and Route 113. That's closed starting today. And this closure is for the construction of an intersection. This is part of that Millsboro bypass project. DelDOT says detours will be posted to help drivers on the roadways.
Trader Joe's mini tote could be this spring's must-have accessory. It's drawing comparisons to the Stanley tumbler craze on social media. The limited edition canvas tote sells for $2.99 and comes in 4 colors. You see them right there. Social media videos show customers lining up for the totes to be restocked and then swarming to get their hands on one. Trader Joe's has not commented on the mini tote craze just yet. All right, if you love a toasty grilled cheese sandwich dipped in tomato soup, who doesn't? Campbell's may have the perfect pairing for you. The brand has infused its iconic tomato soup with the flavors of a grilled cheese sandwich. Yum! The limited edition grilled cheese and tomato soup can be paired with water for a more robust tomato taste or milk for a cheesier flavor. You can't go wrong either way. All right, still to come this morning, a new look for Lorette Center. We're telling you how its new logo symbolizes the work it does to help its community.
The Gateway Subaru Cam in Ocean City bouncing around in the wind. It's windy everywhere this morning, and the winds continue today and then improve and start to diminish, and temperatures will start to rise as the winds subside, and the week ahead does start to dry out. I'll have the details in 2 minutes.
For every season, every weather moment, stay ahead with the CoastTV First Alert Weather Phone. Just call 443-880-9100. Your forecast just a call away. Sponsored by the law offices of Baird, Mandalis, Brockstead, and Federico.
Mark your calendars for Runway, a formal style fashion show, Sunday, April 21st at the Rehoboth Beach Convention Center. Prepare to be dazzled by stunning looks from Rehoboth's finest boutiques, live music and entertainment, plus champagne and hors d'oeuvres. Tickets are $50 and are available now. Treat yourself to a fun and stylish evening you won't soon forget. For more information, visit Rehoboth Beach Main Street's Facebook page.
Visit Tyndall's Casual Furniture, where comfort meets style and quality meets affordability. And affordability doesn't mean you have to compromise on quality. We are Delmarva's exclusive dealer for Hollywood, the name you know and trust. Hollywood dining sets start at only $9.95, fully assembled and backed by a 20-year warranty. We're also proud to carry made-in-the-USA brands like Casual Comfort and Telescope Casual. Plus, we have a wide selection of wicker by Northcape, all made with aluminum frames. So shop today with the local experts at Tyndall's Casual Furniture in Laurel and Lewis.
Hi, everybody. Good morning. Welcome to Today.
Every day,
We are adding to the star power in our studio.
the biggest names, only on Today.
You guys are pretty good today.
Stick around, y'all. These guys are going to be back.
We work here now.
We're coming in this early, right?
We got Olivia Rodrigo. We're just getting started, folks.
This is Scarlett. She would like to direct the show. Can we go to commercial break now?
Everything and everyone you're talking about, only on Today.
Hey moms, you know those unforgettable face palms? Those moments that leave us both laughing and sighing. They're not just mishaps, there are shared stories. Share your unique mom moments with us. Go to coastlife.com/mom.
Monday morning, and it is 5:16, and we are showing you a live look there at Salisbury. Wind is whipping at this hour, Bob. We're hearing it here in our studio on our roof.
You're hearing it here. I was hearing it last night at home, and there was some debris in the roads this morning, too, some branches. So watch out for that, and make sure you grip that wheel, especially in the open areas. 2 hands on the wheel, because it will be that kind of a wind for today. Make sure you scan the QR code right there. That will get you to the Coast TV weather app. So we have a wind advisory pretty much for all of us through this evening. So that goes for Delmarva as well, and back through the D.C. area, Baltimore, and even into Jersey and Pennsylvania. So the wind is widespread, and right now it's sustained around 15 to 20 miles per hour and gusting much higher than that, over 30 in Salisbury, gusting to 28 in Georgetown, 29 in Ocean City, 34 in Greenwood, and we'll be seeing those gusts over 40 as we go through the day. Now, temperatures are in the upper 30s to right around 40 degrees. So, hey, the good news is we're not scraping frost this morning with all those winds, but those winds will be howling. 9 a.m. gusting 40 to maybe close to 50 miles per hour at times, and still gusting over 40 this afternoon. They will start to subside as we go through this evening and through the overnight. Still breezy, but not nearly as windy as it was today or last night. You can see that we're looking at partly cloudy skies right now, so we are beginning to dry things out as we're in this northwest flow, and the reason for the wind is what's called the pressure gradient. We've got high pressure to the southwest and low pressure to the northeast, and right in between we've got that squeeze, and we're looking at the strong winds getting funneled in between those two systems. So we're looking at temperatures in the 30s this morning. You can see the yellow and red arrows indicating the strong winds, mid-40s by noon, lower 50s by this afternoon. Still breezy this evening, but those winds do come down as we go through the overnight into Tuesday morning. Temperatures in the 30s, and a westerly wind does warm us up tomorrow, 50s midday, and then around 65 in Selbyville and Millsboro around 4 o'clock, and Delmar as well. So a nice warm up is on the way, and we continue with the milder conditions tomorrow evening. Now, much of the week is dry and warming up. We'll fast forward to the end of the week, Friday, where we have a better chance of rain, especially off to our north. And right now, Saturday is looking dry. And then, of course, Sunday is St. Patrick's Day. And you can see the green on the map. I guess that's fitting. We could be looking at some showers as we head into that time period, but still a long way out to watch that. Paul Davis, 7-day forecast. Wind is the word today, 53. But here comes a warm-up. Sunshine Tuesday, 64. Close to 70 on Wednesday. Then I think we're lower 70s Thursday and Friday. How about that? And we do dry it out. And then this weekend, lower 60s, dry Saturday. And it looks like maybe some showers for St. Patrick's Day. Our umbrella winner today is Mike Sterner from Millsboro. Congratulations, Mike. You have a brand new umbrella from Paul Davis and Coast TV.
Bob, a reminder that Coast TV has a brand new Facebook page for the latest in news, exclusive content, and interactive discussions. Make sure to visit and follow our new page. Just head over to facebook.com/CoastTVNBC or scan the QR code that's appearing on your screen, and that way you can stay connected with us.
Some news now for people who maybe live near Greenwood or in need of some health services. Coming up on Tuesday, the Delaware Health and Social Services Division of Public Health will have a mobile health unit available right outside Town Hall for those of you to take advantage of. The mobile unit will provide service including COVID-19 testing and vaccinations, as well as diabetes screening. There will also be community resources and educational materials available. That unit will be stationed again at the Greenwood Town Hall. It's from 10 a.m. until 3 p.m.
Lorette Health Center has been serving underserved and underinsured patients in Sussex County since 2001, and the center recently unveiled a new logo to symbolize its evolution and commitment to the community. Telemundo Delmarva and Coast TV News reporter Ana Sofia Roman shows us the significance of this change for the center staff.
Dr. Fabricio Alarcón has been part of Lorette Health Center since it started as a helpline to facilitate access to medical care for the Hispanic community. He has seen it grow to where it now provides a range of services, including primary care, pediatrics, and behavioral health.
We try to be a one-stop shop, and our new logo represents that. We have grown so much, and we feel that we have established very solid roots in the community that we want to serve, and we are here to stay and keep growing.
The new logo is designed to represent the center's growth and commitment to the community.
Trees represent growth and protection of the environment, of the people. The roots represent just a deep impact to the community and being really grounded in the community that we've served for 23 years. And the hands in the middle of the logo, we wanted to represent strength and welcoming and that resilience.
Lorette Health Center continues to provide care for just under 14,000 patients, not only Hispanics, across Sussex County in their Georgetown, Seaford, and Milford locations.
What an honor to get to serve just a multifaceted community, to have and to experience the difference of humanity that Sussex County is really made up of.
It is a role Dr. Alarcón is very proud of.
Deep in our roots, we have that desire to promote well-being to others, and here it takes it steps up a notch on what it means to provide well-being to others and provide health care.
Making the difference one patient at a time. In Georgetown, Ana Sofia Roman, Coast TV News.
Up next, flooding frustration. We will show you how one local resident says the wayward waters is impacting him. Don't go anywhere as we continue on Coast TV News today.
This week on Wheel, these lucky contestants will spin to leave winter behind.
You know, we give away trips, who knows? What? I wouldn't lie to you, I'm the host. That's it, you got it. Wow!
Monday at 7 on Coast TV.
On Jeopardy! Tournament of Champions, a powerhouse last game in the semifinals. Only one champ will charge through to the finals.
Good luck to all three of you.
Monday at 7:30 on Coast TV. NBC Nightly News, weeknights at 6:30 on Coast TV. Download the free Coast TV First Alert weather app today. Delmarva Sports Network is on the lookout for a social media promotions producer. Manage your digital scene and craft content that captures the spirit of local sports. Successful candidates have at least 5 years of experience and a passion for sports to produce thrilling videos that engage and inspire. Join our team and make a difference in how sports stories are told. Apply today at DraperMediaJobs.com. Draper Media is an equal opportunity employer.
When I decided to have my kitchen done, I knew I wanted it done professionally, and that's when I contacted Ellen. She took me to the Delmarva Design Center.
From the moment I bring a customer into Delmarva Design Center, the ideas start to flow. First thing we do is take a stroll around the showroom so we can look at all the different vignettes to get ideas of what they like and see what they react to.
For each of the different aspects that I wanted to change in my kitchen, there were experts here, and everyone was so helpful. They listened to what I had to say, and they had great ideas that helped me put together exactly what I wanted for my kitchen.
My goal is to have the customer enjoy their space as quickly as possible, and Delmarva Design Center helps me do that.
My kitchen is one of my favorite places now. It's something that I use every single day of my life. I'm elated with my experience at the Delmarva Design Center.
Delmarva Design Center. Great design starts with great inspiration. Selbyville, Delaware.
The Harry K Foundation presents the second annual Chocolate Crawl on Saturday, April 13th in downtown Rehoboth. Enjoy delectably fabulous chocolate creations and then vote for your favorite to win top prize. For tickets and info, visit harrykfoundation.org/events.
Well, despite us not seeing rain today, the flooding around Salisbury actually getting worse. Some areas still being hit harder than others. Priscilla Street has gotten the worst of it, being hit particularly hard with the water forcing drivers to take long detours. Kenny Worley, who usually rides his bike along the road, now stuck trying to find some other way.
And I was able to ride my bike through here, and even cars was coming through here, you know, down Priscilla and Hammond and hitting 13 and going north or south. But today it has got worse from yesterday, and I don't think it rained last night.
Now, even after rain over the weekend, that flooding in the area, of course, not gotten much better. There are still many road closures and detours in some areas there in Salisbury.
First Alert meteorologist Bob Trihey is back with us, and we were talking during the break. There was just no escaping the wind today.
Nope, but at least the rain is done. So there's the silver lining, Matt and Paige. We're looking at a drying period on the way, several days of that, but we've got a lot of wind at the beaches. We have a gale warning, so you don't want to be boating today. It's really windy out there, obviously. Fenwick Island and Ocean City, you'll see gusts over 40. Temperatures beginning around 40, warming through the 40s. I think we're into the low 50s this afternoon with the sunshine. It's just the wind that'll be gusting over 40, and that's the same for Lewis and Rehoboth beginning in the 30s. You can see all the windy icons with lower 50s, so boy, it's going to be a bumpy ride on the ferry from Cape May to Lewis, or the other way around with the Whitecaps out there. The wind will subside, and we have a big warm-up on the way this week. I'll have much more on that coming up in a few minutes.
Bob, also coming up after the break, U.S. officials chiming in as the war between Israel and Hamas rages on. We're telling you what President Biden is saying about Israel's potential plans.
Also, Bethany Beach set to review its budget. We have where the town is looking to give its biggest increase.
And Milford School District students and staff making their way back to school with last week's threats still top of mind. We'll tell you what the district says it's doing to keep everyone safe. Coast TV News Today. We'll be right back.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Enjoy 10 songs in a row. Sponsored by Pohanga Kia of Salisbury.
Draper Media seeks a detail-oriented overnight operations technician. This crucial role involves monitoring and managing over-the-air and content, plus quality control. Successful candidates are proactive problem solvers with knowledge in broadcasting systems like Grass Valley Ignite and Sony ELC. This position requires night, early morning, and weekend shifts. Apply today at drapermediajobs.com. Draper Media is an equal opportunity employer.
At Atlantic General Hospital, we've been busy. Busy expanding healthcare services that are second to none in our region. From cancer care and women's health services to orthopedics, gastroenterology, and more, we provide advanced health technologies delivered by top providers. Expert care every day. It's what you can count on from Atlantic General Hospital.
Solo Cup Saturday night with me, Jared, 7 to 9 every Saturday on Coast Country, 103.9 and 106.3. Sponsored by Midshore Recyclers Incorporated.
Nobody needs to die today.
This girl was targeted. We'll get him.
Damn right I'm gonna get him.
Law and Order Thursday on NBC and Peacock.
This is Coast TV News Today.
March 11th, 2024. Good morning, everybody. I'm Matt Pensick. Good morning, Paige.
Good morning. Thanks for joining us. I'm Paige Marley.
5:29 a.m. and we are dealing with some very strong winds. We keep hearing them hit our roof this morning.
Yeah, you probably hear it too. I was going to say this one thing people wake up knowing, they probably are like, I already know about the wind. I got it covered.
It woke me up several times last night.
Same.
The branches hitting the house and things like that.
Exactly. I think my AC unit was getting bounced around a little bit.
Probably, yeah.
It was a lot. Even yesterday, I was driving back to the coast. This was around maybe 6 p.m. Bay Bridge had wind advisories. Kind of a mess. I've experienced worse on the Bay Bridge, but definitely a lot of traffic. So just be careful. 2 hands on the wheel if you have a zippy car like I do.
Zippy car.
It's going to push you around. We can't all have, nice big trucks.
Yeah. Well, you can't. You're right.
You can't.
It's for only special people.
Exactly what he said. All right, let's bring in Bob Trihe now. Bob, is that good advice? Telling people to drive, 2 hands on the wheel. Focus in this morning.
Absolutely great advice, Paige, because I was coming in, you drive in those open areas, and boom, you get buffeted by the wind. So 2 hands on the wheel. Make sure those outdoor items are secured. And winds over 40 miles per hour, like we're going to see today, that could maybe peel off some shingles and, definitely have your items in somebody else's yard. We're seeing those wind gusts already close to 30 miles per hour in a lot of places right now. And temperatures out the door are cold in the upper 30s and low 40s. So temperatures with the wind, it feels like lower 30s for most of us. So bundle up in this wind and hang on to the steering wheel and your hats as well, as we're looking at partly cloudy skies. Reason for the wind, low pressure to the north, high pressure to the west. We've got the pressure gradient in between. So we'll see a lot of wind today. Temperatures warming into the mid 40s by noon. I think we're into the low 50s with those winds really strong this afternoon. Then they start to back off as we go into this evening. I gave it the caution light for the wind for your drive cast, the morning commute. The yellow light, and also yellow light, still very windy heading home this evening.
Thank you, Bob. We have developing news out of Milford, where school district officials are working to reopen for classes today. I've just checked their website there. It looks like it's still a go. This is after a scary threat was made last week. In a statement made over the weekend, Superintendent Dr. Bridget Amory said, quote, "We'll maintain a heightened awareness at all campuses with increased security measures and increased police presence. The district says there is still an ongoing police investigation and they're doing everything to keep all students and staff safe."
Now, this all started Thursday afternoon when police received what they called a credible threat to the school district. The school building, they went into a lockdown. Elementary school students, they were allowed to go home when the situation was deemed safe at those buildings. Older students, they had to remain due to some safety concerns. And then on Friday, Milford Police issued a warrant for 59-year-old Thomas Caffrey in connection for harassment charges. No update on that status just yet. Happening this morning in Bethany Beach, people living there can give their opinion on the budget for the 2025 fiscal year. A public hearing is set for 10 at Town Hall. The draft budget is coming in at just over $24 million, with the largest increase coming in public safety. That is over $644,000 more than the actual 2024 expense. Tomorrow, the Budget Committee will review the feedback they have received and then take a vote whether or not to send that budget to Town Council.
Similar situation in Wicomico County. Officials there are holding a public hearing on its proposed budget, and the feedback received at this session will then be reviewed. This hearing will take place today at the Wicomico Youth and Civic Center, and county officials say final decisions on the budget will be based on the priority and available money sources.
The Lewis Environmental Subcommittee will be reviewing an ordinance that would add protection for its wetlands. And this comes after a proposal from the Delaware Center for the Inland Bays. Now, according to that proposal, the center suggests adding tidal and non-tidal wetlands to its ordinance for clarification. They also suggest having different buffer widths for tidal and non-tidal wetlands. And another proposed action clarifies the type of plants that can be planted.
President Joe Biden says he plans to put the U.S. military in one of the world's hot spots for the purpose of building a temporary pier in Gaza. This is to provide aid to an area that has been a home base for Hamas.
Now, this comes as Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu says he will move ahead with plans to invade Rafah in South Gaza, even though Biden says he would consider this, quote, a red line. Now, John Lawrence shows us what U.S. officials are saying about the current status of this war.
Monday marks the start of the holy month of Ramadan for most Muslims. But over the weekend, Israeli strikes hit parts of southern and central Gaza, killing scores of people and injuring others, according to the Palestinian news agency.
We've got to make our way to that path that leads to peace. I think the president is leaning in hard, pushing Netanyahu to do this, and it couldn't happen sooner.
President Joe Biden says while Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has the right to defend his country from Hamas,
he must pay more attention to the innocent lives being lost as a consequence of the actions taken. He's hurting, in my view, he's hurting Israel more than helping Israel.
Netanyahu defends his policy in Gaza and says he's unclear about Biden's comment on the matter.
If he meant by that I'm pursuing private policies against the majority, the wish of the majority of Israelis, and that this is hurting the interests of Israel, then he's wrong on both counts.
In a White House statement released Sunday night, President Biden said, quote, "The suffering of the Palestinian people will be front of mind for many. It is front of mind for me."
So I'm challenging the Biden administration today to clear this up. You cannot allow Hamas to stay in power. You can't allow them to have 6 brigades to do October 7th again.
I'm John Lawrence reporting.
Over the weekend, U.S. Central Command and the Royal Jordanian Air Force conducted the latest airdrop of humanitarian aid into Gaza. CENTCOM said a U.S. C-130 dropped over 11,500 meal equivalents. Another aid drop on Saturday saw over 41,400 U.S. meal equivalents and 23,000 bottles of water delivered into that area. Airdrop involved the U.S. Air Force and Army, not the Royal Jordanian Air Force.
As celebrities prepared to hit the red carpet for the 2024 Oscars, a crowd gathered outside of the venue in protest. You can see right there hundreds of protesters marched through Hollywood ahead of the 96 Academy Awards to highlight what they're calling a genocide against Palestinians in Gaza. The groups are calling for an immediate and permanent ceasefire and for industry leaders in Hollywood to take action.
A lot more news to get to. Don't go anywhere.
Still coming up this morning, early success, second half slump, how the final 20 minutes against Hofstra ends Delaware's basketball season.
And traffic news you need to know about your daily commute. We'll tell you which areas, including this one in Selbyville, may be an area you need to avoid. Stay with us on Coast TV News today.
In one lane. That's how Bennett Termite has always rolled. Termites, pest control, bed bugs, and crawl space encapsulations. Because pest control and crawl spaces go together, as that's where we spend most of our time. By eliminating moisture, we eliminate pests. So, there's still one lane. Point is, we've remained the same, striving for excellence in all. You add phenomenal customer service to that, and well, quality isn't expensive, it's priceless.
Avery Hall's a family to me. What I like most about my job is meeting and helping people, and we try to design a portfolio that works for them. One of the best compliments I've ever received is after a claim. When the customer and I talk, and they mention that we really helped. It made a difference. Avery Hall means a lot to the community. We've been here for almost 100 years, and it's just stability. Avery Hall means stability. My name is Tom Bowl. I'm an account executive at Avery Hall Insurance.
We'll go dancing with the shadows, dancing with the shadows.
I know I used to be crazy. That's 'cause I used to be young. Dance the night away.
1025 WBOC.
It's now or never.
2 dead bodies in the name of free speech.
Nobody needs to die today.
This girl was targeted.
You come and see it by my daughter!
When you're undercover, one mistake and it's all over.
Can I go home now? That's not how this works.
Law and Order Thursday on NBC and Peacock.
It is a windy Monday morning. We're seeing the results of that on our Tyndall's Casual Furniture Cam in Ocean City. Branches, trees blowing around. Make sure those outdoor items are secured, as we are seeing wind gusts 20 to 30 miles per hour plus, and they will ramp up during the day as well. Temperatures out the door, upper 30s in Millsboro, Georgetown. Everybody upper 30s, right around 40 in Salisbury and Ocean City. Feels like temperatures are into the lower 30s. Today's checklist: drive with caution, 2 hands on the wheel, open areas. You'll be buffeted by that wind. Secure the outdoor items. Make sure you have a heavy jacket, warm beverage. Don't need the ice scraper, but you definitely need the sunglasses. And another way to get your forecast is the First Alert Weather Line. Call 443-880-9100. Your forecast is a call away. Sponsored by Baird, Mandalis, Bruxted, and Federico.
Bob, big changes coming to streets in Rehoboth Beach. Beginning March 18th, Rehoboth Avenue will get brighter with new LED lights. The city says that project will take just about 3 weeks to complete. And another thing to watch out for is the repaving of Rehoboth Avenue. That is slated for October of this year. And in Georgetown, look out for shoulder closures and possible lane closures on Zor Road. This is at the railroad crossing. DelDOT says this closure is for an installation of a railroad crossing monitor system and delays from 9 to 3 p.m. The work will begin Monday and go through the end of April. And drivers, look out for shoulder and intermittent lane closures in Selbyville. DelDOT says road repairs are happening there on Route 113 between Clendaniel Avenue and Gumboro Road beginning today. That work will last through the end of June.
In college hoops, Delaware looking to find some of that 2022 magic and make a run in the Coastal Athletic Association tournament. Quarterfinals on Sunday night, it found the 6th-seeded Blue Hens matched up with the 3rd-seed Hofstra. Hens lost their lone game against the Pride in the regular season. That was 2 months ago. Early first half, Cave and Riley from distance. It's good, and the Blue Hens have a 6-2 lead. Over 12 to go in the half. Jair Davis, 3-ball, and he got it. Hens up 19-16. And then it's Davis to Gerald Drumgold. Drumgold led Delaware with 23 points, but then Hofstra would establish themselves. We go second half. Jaco Fritz throws down for the Pride. That puts Hofstra up 61-45. And less than 4 to go, Darlin Stone Dubar, the cut to the hoop. It's Hofstra on their way to the semifinals. The season ends for the Blue Hens with a 19-14 record. Regular season finale for Maryland. Terps looking to get a win over Penn State before the start of the Big Ten tournament. First half, Jameer Young, bucket and foul. Terps within 3. Young had 16 points. Second half, Penn State's Nick Kern steal. Coast to coast, up and in. It puts Maryland down 40-35. Then Ace Baldwin attacks the hole. How about that, Paige? Penn State a winner. Maryland ends up the 12th seed and will face Rutgers Wednesday night in the opening round of the Big Ten tournament.
Entertainment news: stars came out for Hollywood's biggest night, but which ones went home with Tinseltown's biggest prize? David Daniel looks at the winners of this year's Academy Awards in today's Hollywood Minute.
I see Oppenheimer.
Viewers saw a lot of Oppenheimer, which led the way at the 96th Academy Awards, winning 7 Oscars, including Best Picture and Best Director for Christopher Nolan.
Movies are just a little bit over 100 years old. I mean, imagine being there 100 years into painting or theater. We don't know where this incredible journey is going from here, but to know that you think that I'm a meaningful part of it means the world to me.
Robert Downey Jr.!
Oppenheimer's first win of the night went to Robert Downey Jr. for Best Supporting Actor.
I'd like to thank my terrible childhood and the Academy, in that order.
Cillian Murphy.
Like Nolan and Downey, Cillian Murphy won his first Oscar ever, taking Best Actor. The awards for Best Cinematography, Film Editing, and Original Score also went to the drama about the man who led the effort to create the atomic bomb.
For better or for worse, we're all living in Oppenheimer's world, so I would really like to dedicate this to the peacemakers everywhere.
Calls for peace also came from Jonathan Glazer, whose Holocaust drama The Zone of Interest won Best International Feature and Best Sound.
Our film shows where dehumanization leads at its worst. It shaped all of our past and present. Whether the victims of October the 7th in Israel or the ongoing attack on Gaza, all are victims of this dehumanization.
And from Mstislav Chernov, whose 20 Days in Mariupol about the Russian invasion of Ukraine won Best Documentary Feature Film.
I wish
to be able to exchange this to Russia never attacking Ukraine, never occupying our cities.
Something I wait for.
Billie Eilish and Phineas O'Connell earned Barbie's only award, winning Best Original Song for What Was I Made For, making them the youngest two-time Oscar winners ever.
Divine.
An understandably emotional Da'Vine Joy Randolph tearfully accepted Best Supporting Actress for her role in The Holdovers.
For so long, I've always wanted to be different. And now I realize I just need to be myself. And I thank you.
Emma Stone.
And a stunned Emma Stone collected her second Best Actress Oscar for Poor Things, the night's second biggest winner, also taking costume design, makeup and hairstyling, and production design.
It's not about me. It's about a team that came together to make something greater than the sum of its parts.
In Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
Seeing a lot of wind this morning out there. We're definitely feeling the effects. Spicer Brothers camp shaking around a little bit. Gusty winds today, over 40 miles per hour at times. So batten down the hatches. Those winds do subside tonight, and temperatures warming up this week with drier conditions. I'll have those details in 2 minutes.
Avoid the nightmare of mold. Did you know, after a water-related event, mold can begin to grow within 48 hours? If this happens in your home or business, first thoroughly clean and dry the affected area, then increase airflow and decrease relative humidity. Or just call Riptide Restoration, your trusted mold remediation experts on Delmarva, to professionally treat and remove the mold and restore your home as if it never happened.
For more information, visit delmarvaexperts.com.
Today at 4 on Coast Life, shield your vision and style with the essential guide to sunglasses and UV protection. Then stay ahead of the curve with the newest fashion trends for both men and women. Start off the week with Coast Life today at 4 on CoastTV.
Delmarva Sports Network is on the lookout for a social media promotions producer. Manage our digital scene and craft content that captures the spirit of local sports. Successful candidates have at least 5 years of experience and a passion for sports to produce thrilling videos that engage and inspire. Join our team and make a difference in how sports stories are told. Apply today at drapermediajobs.com. Draper Media is an equal opportunity employer. Draper Media seeks a detail-oriented overnight operations technician. This crucial role involves monitoring and managing over-the-air and content, plus quality control. Successful candidates are proactive problem solvers with knowledge in broadcasting systems like Grass Valley Ignite and Sony ELC. This position requires night, early morning, and weekend shifts. Apply today at drapermediajobs.com. Draper Media is an equal opportunity employer.
Hi, everybody. Good morning. Welcome to Today.
Every day.
We are adding to the star power in our studio.
You guys are pretty good today.
Can we go to commercial break now?
Everything and everyone you're talking about, only on Today.
It is 5:47 on your Monday morning. We are going to take a live look right now at Ocean City. Oh, that's OC. But what you can't really see there, Bob, is the wind that I'm sure is blowing really hard there.
It's blowing hard everywhere, Paige. We are looking at the gusty winds. The good side to this is that we're drying it out and we will be warming it up in the days to come. And those winds will start to subside tonight. But a chilly, windy day today, 53. But then we're up to 64 on Tuesday, close to 70 on Wednesday. If we don't hit 70 on Wednesday, we're definitely in the lower 70s come Thursday and Friday. So that'll be nice for sure. But we do have the wind advisory, this brown color shading all across Delmarva. This is for winds over 40 miles per hour, and that's also the case for Baltimore, Washington, and points north and west as well. As we're seeing these winds now 15, 20 miles per hour, gusting over 30 in Salisbury and Millsboro, and gusting close to 30 in Ocean City right now, and over 30 miles per hour in Greenwood. And later today, we'll see those gusts over 40. Out the door, temperatures in the upper 30s to right around 40 in Salisbury and Ocean City. So let's show you the future wind gusts. This might be on the high side, but we definitely will be looking at gusts over 40 really much of the morning into the afternoon. Then those winds do start to subside a little bit overnight, but still pretty breezy into Tuesday morning. And noon Tuesday, still seeing gusts, well, 25 to 30 miles per hour, but not as windy as today. As we're looking at partly cloudy skies, it is dry out there. We've got this pressure gradient between high pressure to the southwest and low pressure to the northeast. You can see the snow across the northeast and New England, and right in between those systems, that's where we have all that wind. So we're seeing that today. You can see the yellow and red arrows indicating the wind, and by noon, we're in the mid-40s, lower 50s from Salisbury to Selbyville and Millsboro around 4:30. Winds do start to come down a little bit this evening, but still pretty breezy overnight and chilly by Tuesday morning into the upper 30s and feeling colder with the wind. And then as we go into noon Tuesday, the wind becoming more westerly, and that's a warmer direction with upper 50s, and eventually we're into the low to mid 60s by Tuesday afternoon. So that'll be nice. Now looking down the road towards the weekend, of course we're always looking towards the weekend. Later Friday, we're looking at showers to our north. This isn't etched in stone. I still think there's a shower chance Friday and maybe Saturday, but right now we'll say cloudy Saturday, and then St. Patrick's Day, maybe a system grazes us with some rain. Here's your Paul Davis 7-day forecast. 53 with the wind today, 64 and sunshine Tuesday, and even warmer after that, upper 60s Wednesday, lower 70s Thursday and Friday. Note how we keep it dry all week long, and then lower 60s for the weekend. Dry Saturday, but it looks like maybe a rain chance by Sunday, St. Patrick's Day.
Thank you. And as always, for more weather updates, pull out your phone and scan that QR code on your screen. It'll take you to our First Alert weather app. You can download the app for free to get all the weather updates you need.
Denrec is gearing up for its annual battle against the first wave of biting mosquitoes in Delaware. Starting Friday, weather permitting, efforts will begin in Sussex County. It's targeting up to 10,000 acres of woodland pools with a helicopter-applied chemicals. Denrec says this eco-friendly bacteria-derived solution is EPA approved and poses no significant risk to humans, wildlife, or the environment. It's expected to help reduce the population of mosquitoes that come out in the spring.
In a heartwarming act of generosity, an anonymous donor has generously pledged $250,000 to rebuild and maintain the children's fishing pier on Lake Girard. According to Rehoboth Beach officials, this money will help make upgrades like adding a gazebo and extending the pier. The city says construction for that pier will begin fall of 2025.
Bethany Beach preparing for the upcoming summer season, and they say they have a shortage of trolley drivers. According to the town, they're looking to hire, and the pay starts at $23 an hour for a 6-hour shift. School bus drivers are encouraged to apply. The summer season starts on May 15th. If you're interested in this, you can send your resume to the town of Bethany Beach.
Coming up next on CoastTV News today, breakthrough therapies helping cancer patients live longer, healthier lives. We'll show you new research from doctors that's helping patients enjoy their lives.
And we're seeing some waves on the harbor, the commercial harbor in OC right now. A very windy day is on the way, and those winds will subside tonight. And a warm-up begins Tuesday and continues the rest of the week with 70s on the way and some rain possible for the weekend. Your 10-day forecast is next.
Get ready for 4 days of fun in the sun at SpringFest. Enjoy amazing food, live entertainment, unique artisan products, and more. With over 200 artists and vendors, local food, and enhanced selections of beer and wine, don't miss this free event located at the Ocean City Inlet from May 2nd through the 5th. SpringFest features 2 stages and more than 30 live performances, including headliners, The Olivia Show, a tribute to Olivia Newton-John, country music sensation Lauren Elena, and alternative rock band Everclear. Don't miss out. Get all the details at ococean.com/SpringFest.
If you're experiencing ringing, humming, or buzzing in your ear, you may have tinnitus.
Tinnitus is a condition that can make it hard to understand speech, relax, or sleep.
If you have any of these symptoms, the first step is getting your hearing tested. The audiologist will be able to diagnose your problem and prescribe you devices that can alleviate your symptoms.
Hearing aids like Signius even offer tinnitus programs that can offset tinnitus noises.
To learn more information about Massed Audiology, visit delmarvaexperts.com.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Sodell Concepts. Today we're at Thompson Island Brewing Company in Rehoboth Beach, Delaware. Come check us out. Located in the Rehoboth Gateway next to Blue Coast Rehoboth, Thompson Island will follow the Sodell tradition of serving beautiful, simple food that will pair perfectly with our fresh homemade beer. Thompson Island is the perfect place to have dinner with your family, enjoy happy hour with friends at the bar, or spend a day in the beer garden playing bocce ball and ping pong. Thompson Island Brewing Company in Rehoboth Beach, Delaware, open 7 days a week. See you soon.
At Draper Media, we offer more than TV and radio advertising. We reach your customers wherever they are, at the gas pump, in bars and restaurants, driving around Delmarva, in a taxi or rideshare at the beach, on social media, or searching for products and services, checking their email, and listening to podcasts or streaming video. Let our team build a plan that best fits your business. Email Frank Hamilton today.
The Beach.
Kidney cancer, it's among the top 10 most common cancers in both men and women. About 81,000 people will be diagnosed with it this year.
A decade ago, advanced kidney cancer was a death sentence, but now, as Marty Salt shows us, new therapies and cutting-edge drugs are helping more people live longer, healthier lives.
Found out that I had kidney cancer.
It's one of the big red flags when it comes to kidney cancer.
I used to have a trace of blood in my urine every physical, but this time there was more than a trace.
But once a person sees blood in their urine, it means the cancer is probably more advanced. The most common form of it?
Renal cell carcinoma is the most common cancer of the kidney.
Oncologist Thomas Hudson at Baylor Scott & White says treatments include radiation, chemo, and...
The cancer can be cured, usually with surgery, but once it has spread beyond the confines of the kidney to other sites of the body, or has returned after initial attempts at curing it, then the cancer is generally not felt to be curable.
That's when immunotherapy is used, using antibodies to turn on the body's immune system to kill the cancer cells. Now, a new study shows the effectiveness of using immunotherapies combined with a new generation of oral therapies.
For the first time ever, there's a small group of patients that can actually witness their cancer disappear on x-rays.
The Phase 3 CLEAR study showed by using a combination of drugs, 95% of patients saw no further growth of the tumor, and 71% had a significant reduction in the size of it.
More patients are living with their cancer longer than ever before in history. And our goal is to cure more patients, and I think that's a realistic expectation over time.
I'm Marty Salt reporting.
It is 5:56. Time to check in with our coastal pet of the day.
And today's coastal pet of the day, not ready for this Monday morning after losing an hour of sleep yesterday. This is our frequent friend, Benny. Looks like Benny's having some trouble getting out of bed.
Yeah, that was me Sunday morning. Not so much this morning, but definitely Sunday. Ahead of church, that was rough. We do want to see more of your pets on Delmarva. Keep sending us photos and telling us what makes your pet so special.
Scan the QR code that's at the top right center of your screen. That way you can submit your furry friend to us here at Coast TV News, and then just sit back and watch weekdays like you're doing now from 5 to 7 a.m. to see all of the pets we feature.
It is 5:57, and it's time now for a quick look at your forecast before you head out your door.
It's been one of the stories this morning, Paige. Yes. It is a windy start to the work week, Bob.
It is windy, and we definitely have to, well, do several things. Make sure you have more in the way of hairspray, and you hold on to the wheel today, and really be careful out there. Make sure those outdoor items are secure because it will be windy. Temperatures warming into the low to mid 50s, right around 53 later today. Your Paul Davis 10-day forecast. We do warm it up. A dry week ahead, mid 60s Tuesday, close to 70 Wednesday, lower 70s Thursday and Friday. Cooler for the weekend, maybe some rain for St. Patrick's Day, and then that rain could linger into early next weekend, turning colder.
Bob, coming up in our next hour, Milford School Security. The attempt to reopen after last week's threat. All that and more as we continue on Coast TV News today.